Hey guys, it's Jeff Gott, and we're here today at our Practical Fitness Studios here in Austin, Texas. Over the past 9 years, we've put thousands of people through what we call our steady pace exercise technique. Our clients with multiple sclerosis love this technique because it engages your muscles at a high neuromuscular level while keeping them safe and controlled during the exercise. Two things that are very important. Another thing that they absolutely love about the technique is that you only need to work out and exercise for 30 minutes twice a week. So, if you're brand new to exercising or if you've tried it before and failed, this workshop is going to not only allow you to get started exercising, but it's going to help you make it a part of your weekly routine. We're going to be running through 2 steady pace workouts today. Then on Wednesday, we're going to come back and we're going to learn a very important aspect, which is stretching and what goes into a high quality recovery day. Then we'll wrap things up on Friday by executing the same 2 steady pace workouts that we're doing today, but seeking higher results, utilizing the things that we've learned. Although by the end of the week we know you're going to be stronger, the ultimate goal of this workshop is to give you the skills and the knowledge to execute this technique yourself so that you can continue to get stronger and stronger on a weekly basis through your fitness journey. Our clients living with MS, they've seen great results. Results better than they ever thought possible. And really and truly, that's what we're seeking for you to have the ability to find. Remember, this is an entirely free workshop. It doesn't require any type of equipment, no extra costs. Literally, you're here to exercise and learn how to do it safely and effectively. And I mean, hey, by simply starting this course, you've already taken the first step in making your health a priority in your life. Keep up that positivity and you will see results, guaranteed. So let's go ahead and get started. So before we go forward in the lesson, make sure that you've downloaded and printed off the Workshop Action Guide PDF. If you haven't yet, click on the link below the video and you can find it there. This PDF is designed to help you capture the critical lessons of the video, and it's going to give you space to record your exercise results, which is very important. Okay, I think it's really important for us before we go forward to dig down deep and find the motivation that keeps you exercising. Because we're not always going to feel wonderful and motivated to exercise. So let's open up that action guide and answer these 3 questions before we start exercising. Number 1, and think about this. What are some of the goals that you want to achieve through exercise? Pretty straightforward. Number 2, what obstacles keep you from exercising regularly? And number 3, what will putting your health first do for your lifestyle and your family's lifestyle? I mean, I gotta say, that last question is the most important to me personally, because exercising is going to allow me to be there for my son. I want to be able to see him grow. I want to be a part of his experiences, and I know exercising is going to allow me a better quality of life as I get older to see him grow. And that's what I think about when I put my exercise first. I can't answer these questions for you, but it's very important for you to visit these goals and these reasons that inspire you, because that's what's going to keep you going during your exercise. It's not always fun. Never forget your goals. Let your goals be the strength that drives your effort. It's very important. It's crucial, actually. All right, with that being said, let's head over to the Central Texas Neurology Consultants Center and get some exercise in. We are here today at the Central Texas Neurology Consultants in Round Rock, Texas. They are the wonderful organization that we've been working with the last couple years, not only in our studios, but also to develop our online exercise program for individuals living with MS. I am also here with my good buddy, Miss Becky. She was diagnosed and has been living with MS since 2008. She's also one of the stars of our MS Online Workout Series. She is here today not only to help with the exercise, but also to try to keep me on track and keep me from sounding too dorky here today, hopefully, right?
Too late.
A tough task, but she's going to do her best. All right, with that, we are going to execute 2 exercises today. Miss Becky's going to hit a couple variations of the exercise. The goal is to successfully exercise, exhaust the muscles so that we can show the difference when we execute these later this week. Now, before we get started, we want to make sure exercise environment is safe and effectively put together, just like mine ideally. So, you want to make sure you have a fan nearby, close, it's going to keep us cool. Also, the environment needs to be cool and dry. So 68 degrees on the thermostat, and a dehumidifier, if it's available, will keep the air dry. You also want a cool bottle of water nearby so you can stay hydrated during the exercise set. Last but not least, make sure you're taking about 30 seconds or so between the exercises if you need to. These things, when they're implemented, are obviously going to help us from becoming overheated too quickly and being able to really and truly get the most out of our exercise. We have a chair, so for the variations, we're going to execute if you need a chair. If you're not able to stand as well, that's perfectly fine. We're going to have to be able to accommodate that as well. We also have a mat for some cushion, optional. You can get one if you want. If you forget these tips, remember we have an action guide for you. Use it because it'll allow you to get the most out of the experience. Don't forget it. Final thing before we get started, guys, let's talk about our graphics. We have our steady pace timer. We have a progress bar. And the last 30 seconds is what we call the exhaust range. This is the part of the exercise that you want to be able to get into, but not out of. We want to ideally fully exhaust ourselves in that point. You can no longer continue with proper form. You are done. These are all things that allow your exercise to be measurable and to get the most out of the experience. All right, now that we have our environment set up, we understand the actual graphics, let's get to our exercise. All right, let's execute our first of two exercises, which is going to be a lower body exercise, which is going to target our quadriceps as well as glutes in my variation. Miss Becky's going to hit a variation in the chair, so we can go ahead and saddle up in that chair, Miss Becky. Now, in the chair, we're going to hit a leg extension metabolic set. In order to make it of difficulty that means something and makes a difference, scoot towards the edge of the seat to where you're still on the seat, but the majority of your leg is hanging off. That way it creates more resistance. We are looking to successfully exercise our muscles. Get to the point where you can no longer continue with proper form or slow tempo or engagement. You disengage, note the time, go forward. I'm executing a bodyweight squat. I do have a chair behind me to help. If I lose my balance, I can go into the chair, make it much safer. I'm going dynamic in nature, 7 seconds each direction. Get as much depth as you can without losing your balance. 90 degrees is ideal. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and engage in 2, 1, all the way up. I'm initiating movement down. Clock is on. We're going no more than 3 minutes of time under tension. As I come down, I'm coming towards the chair, but I'm not disengaging. I'm slowly heading back up. I am staying through my heels, off the balls of the feet. Notice this is a very slow, controlled movement. Notice Becky is actively engaged statically in lifting her legs high. We are working our quadriceps, which is our thighs. I'm also working my glutes as I extend my hips. I'm squeezing my abdominals, working a little bit of my erectors as well. You're going to feel a deep burn in these targeted muscles. You should. That's literally stores of glucose or sugar being drained out of the muscles. We are looking to find the spot during this engagement where the muscles are done. Now, I know we don't always feel 100% while living with MS, so you take what you can today. Today may be a bad day, it may be a good day. You can't control it always, but what you can control is your effort and the fact that you're exercising right now. So give yourself a high five for doing that, right? Back down slowly. This particular exercise, or these exercises, are going to help with muscular strength of the lower body. Good. Relax the upper body, Miss Becky. It's always going to help with joint stability of the knees, the hips. Now, when she finds that spot, when I find that spot of full exhaustion, you're going to note the time, right? Note that time. It's very important to be measurable. Shake, rattle, roll is perfectly natural. As I come up, my back is staying flat. I'm staying through my heels. I'm squeezing, feeling the deep burn. Try to stay leaned forward. Notice Miss Becky's wanting to lean backwards, but don't. Try to stay forward. In through the nose, out through the mouth, rocking and rolling. You're doing great, Becky. Look at you engage. Keeping it nice and high. Slowly ease out of the bottom with that squat. Notice, I know you already feel it, right? If you're hitting the bodyweight squat, the body wants to change form. It wants to go fast. Don't let it happen. Good, Miss Becky. Disengage right at the 150 mark. Note that, Miss Becky, so that we can be measurable. I'm headed back up slowly. We're crossing the 2-minute mark. I'm starting to feel a burn. My heart rate's engaging. Calming that mind, breathing freely, in through the nose, out the mouth. Notice Miss Becky jump back in to get a little extra time and attention on her muscles for the remainder of the set. And that's perfectly great, grand, wonderful. You'd rather do that if you're able to than just sit there and watch the remainder of the set, right? It's all about progressively engaging the body. But she did note that time, 150, right? Here we go. We're getting ready to head in the final 30 seconds, that exhaust range. Breathing freely, pausing at the bottom, barely moving back the other direction. All the focus is on the tempo, the form, the control. Final 30 seconds of the set. Working with me. I'm a little bit slow right here in my tempo on that last rep. That's fine though, right? Heading back up, crossing that 245 mark. Squeezing, engaging, and breathing. Good, Becky, rocking and rolling. Last 15 seconds right here. Shake is natural. If and when you find that successful spot, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Sit down, felt my back, low back starting to want to disengage right at the 153 mark. All of us disengaging in 2, 1, and relaxing. 150, 152, good stuff. All right, you ready for the second of 2 exercises, Miss Becky? All right, the upper body exercise. Miss Becky loves this movement. It is a push plank. So we went lower body, now we're gonna go upper body. Again, looking to successfully exhaust your muscles and then record the results. Plain and simply put. Let me talk you through the form. Miss Becky's gonna do a variation, all right, of that push plank. So let's go ahead and talk about the form real quick. She's gonna go hands and knees, tabletop. Then when we get into the position, she's going to simply let her hips come forward towards her hands, pause, slight bend in the elbows, right, tuck pelvis, and she's locking her body in place. Go ahead and ease out of it, Miss Becky. When she's done, successful exercise can no longer continue with proper form. She's going to simply take her hips back to the heels or lay all the way down slowly and controlled. Note her time, then go forward. I'm going to hit a push plank on my actual toes. I'll talk you through the form. Let's go ahead and hit it. In 2 seconds, 1 second, all the way up. Clock is on, no more than 3 minutes. Now, form, you want shoulders, elbows, wrists all aligned. We want a slight bend in the elbows. Don't lock the elbows out. We want our triceps, the back of our arms, to work. Notice I've got a fist into the ground. You can go palms or you can go fists. The reason I'm coming up is to show the variation that you can execute if you're having wrist issues. Notice where my hips are. My hips are not lower than my shoulders. My hips are up just above my shoulders, and my hips are tucked. Pelvis is tucked underneath. They're not up and out in the air. I'll spit it out. You're supposed to help me from sounding dorky, Miss Becky. All right, keep a slight bend in the elbows. Look at her go. Very good, Becky. Now, you should feel a shake, a rattle, a roll. In the actual push plank position, think about keeping slight pressure with the hands in towards each other underneath your nose, like you're trying to wrinkle the mat. Disengaging, Becky, great job. Disengaged right at that 60-second mark. Calming that mind, keeping a slight bend. Now, when you can, Miss Becky, just jump back in with proper form, taking what you can. We've got the fan rocking. Notice we've got the water bottle close. Got it drying here so it's safe. We can neurologically engage at a very high level. Now, you should be feeling a shake, a rattle, a roll in the muscles. If you start to feel tightness in the shoulders, in the neck, the hips, anywhere, from a discomfort standpoint, you disengage. You should not feel anything other than muscle fatigue here. Good job, Becky, just progressively taking what you can, calming that mind, locked in place. Now, because we executed a lower body exercise before this set, you're gonna feel your lower body, your legs a little bit shaky, wobbly. That's perfectly fine. We are engaging our body from head to toe. This particular exercise is gonna engage and strengthen the upper body. Going to give us some muscular strength and stability out of the upper body. If you want to make it more difficult, you can bend these elbows and get a little bit deeper out of the depth of those elbows. All right, we're headed into the last 60 seconds. If you're still with me, high five, right? Bam! If you're not, high five because you fully exhausted your muscles. But again, make sure you've noted the time. Becky, you are crushing that over there. Good job of taking what you can, focused on form. Again, I'm going to talk us through it. Wrist, elbow, shoulders all aligned. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Notice my hips are up, not sagged. My ankles are flexed. I'm not way up on my toes, right? I've got my pelvis tucked, I'm keeping a slight bend, and I'm squeezing. We're on the downward side of this set. We are there. Last 30 seconds. We should be getting close if the difficulty's dialed in enough to be a progressive overload where the muscles are done, right? If you cannot continue with proper form and engagement, all you do is slowly ease out, noting the time, knowing you successfully did it, right? Here we go. Final 10 seconds of the entire set right here. Locked in, engaging and breathing. My form is slowly starting to deteriorate. I am disengaging, easing out, and everyone should as well if you haven't disengaged. Holy moly. Good stuff right there, Miss Becky. Taking what we can, make sure that fan's on, water's with you. Good stuff, Miss Becky. Now, it is very important to make sure and realize that we are measuring our results. You will not know if you're getting stronger if you don't record your results, so write it down. Now, for example, during the first of the 2 exercises, the bodyweight squat, I made it to 250. That is where my body could no longer continue with proper form, and I stopped the set. It was successful. In my progress journal, I'm going to write down underneath the time 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Make sure you're doing the same as well. The next time we execute the same exercise, we'll be writing down the new time that we achieved. My goal will be to beat 250, 251 for example. Miss Becky, what was your time?
150, Jeff.
Okay, so next time what will your goal be?
152.
That a girl, right? To beat the time, right? Take it longer. That is the goal with proper form. Now, good job today, guys. Way to rock and roll.
Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Stay hydrated, stay cool. So let's go ahead and head back to the Practical Fitness Studios and finish our lesson for the day. I hope you all got a great workout. Now, your goal in the next exercise session on Friday is to beat the time that you got today. Don't think that's possible? Well, neither did any of our clients until they actually saw it themselves. Okay, so let's visit something real quick. One of my favorite moments of filming our online exercise series, we were working with Becky. She showed up on set to film, and she had severe low back pain, something she'd been dealing with for years, and she tried all kinds of things and nothing helped fix it. Well, coincidentally that day, we were filming a series on low back pain, and it included a piriformis stretch. Well, we executed it, and when she came in the following day, she was totally blown away. Because there was no more low back pain, plain and simply put. You know, she laughed and we joked, and she said she felt like we did witchcraft on her. I said, no, it's not witchcraft. You know, it is a science. It is exercise science, and it's that type of, you know, aha moment that we're looking to share with you. So in the next lesson, we're going to visit the important steps of the recovery process, which little do people acknowledge or know is actually where all your results are made. So basically what I'm trying to say is that it's going to be a much more relaxing day. We're going to take it easy and get some good quality active rest. Before we go, I want you, if you have questions about today's lesson or workouts in general, feel free to leave us a comment on our Facebook page, our Twitter account, or contact us directly at team@msworkouts.com. So thanks again for being a part of the workshop, and congratulate yourselves for taking the first steps to becoming a healthier version of yourself. Don't let multiple sclerosis stop you from achieving that. You have truly accomplished something great by just being here and executing this today. And it's literally just the beginning. We'll see you soon.